in the early days, all I did was work, and then once I had a family, obviously I had to get a work-life balance, which is a very, very big challenge and continues to be one now. You know, as a mother, you feel that you want to, guilty if you don't have enough time with your children, but I also see the business a bit like my third baby, and if I don't give the business enough time. So it really is a juggling act. But I definitely think once you get a reasonable balance, then you work better at both things. If you put yourself under too much stress and work, if I work too long hours, then I'm not good with work and I'm not good at home either. So, but it's a constant challenge. And we have busy times of the year when, you know, work comes first, and then there's lots going on with the children come first. So, yeah. And I think as a woman, I want the best of both worlds. I want to do the business, but I don't want to miss out on any of the family things either. Whereas I'm sure men can sort of switch off a little bit from that, possibly.
That's always a difficult one. When you have two children who want your time, and during the holidays and after school, yes, it's a juggling act. You perpetually spend your entire life feeling guilty. You know, you have the word guilty placed on your bed. You're guilty because you haven't got the work done, and you're guilty because you're not spending time with your children. And anyone who thinks you're self-employed, yes, the advantages are I can go and do the school run. I can go off in the middle of the afternoon, pick my children up, take them back, take them to their activity. But that then means at 8 o'clock at night, I'm sitting down and starting to work again.
I think because if people who start running their own business are very passionate about what they're doing, and in a lot of people's circumstances, it's a hobby that has then become a kind of all-encompassing life moment. They've recognised they can make money out of it. And by its very nature, a hobby that becomes a business ceases to become a hobby and doesn't give you that kind of relaxation. So it becomes stressful if you allow it to. And it's quite difficult to find yourself a hobby which gives you the same fulfilment as your original hobby. For me, it's been physical things. It's been I've recently learned to ride a motorbike, and I'm addicted to motorbiking. I've learned to windsurf. I've Nordic walked, and for me, those things are my life balance. Without which I think I can be very fat.
It is peaks and troughs, but I think you have to be you've got to be motivated, you've got to not procrastinate, which I do tend to do, I must admit, but also for me, because I've never done anything in business before, it's been a huge learning curve, and I'm still learning to sort of manage my time, and I think that's the main thing, is learning to manage your time, and I think to treat it like a job, and think, right, I'm going to be on the computer now, once the kids have gone to school, if I need to be doing computer stuff, I'm going to be on the computer from 9 till 11, and then I'm going to have a break, and then I'm going to come back on it, or I'm going to go and leaflet, or go and chat to people, and say the hours to yourself, say the hours that you're going to do it. I think probably some of us are better at doing that than others. I don't think I'm one of the best ones doing it, but I am trying to learn to do it, yeah.
Well, there are times it's quite difficult. I think you have to be very disciplined. But with me, it's a case of prioritising. Being organised is very important. But I've got the choice of working as little or as more, as busy as I want. And there are times that I want to be really busy with Temple Spa, and I've got to put it to one side because other things are taking priority, and not just my work but family as well. So I think it comes down to discipline. If I'm really busy, I'll get up early in the morning, do some emails before I go to work, or I'll do it when I get home in the evening. But I also try to set aside some time, which is my Temple Spa business time.
It is difficult. I would hate to put people off going into business. Everybody said to us before we started, do you know what you're doing? Your life will never be your own. And I've given some advice and mentoring to people who've gone into business recently, and I've said exactly the same thing, and they look back at me with exactly what I did to others, with that little optimistic glow in their face of going, oh no, it'll be different for me. I don't think it'll be that bad, and it is, and twice as bad. And when you first start working, certainly for the first 3 years, it's, if I ever worked out my hourly rate of pay, I would probably, just go down the end of my duvet and never resurface, because you work more hours than ever before, and for very little reward initially, and that's tough. And I think the answer to that is you've got to be passionate about what you do, and you've got to enjoy what you do. And it, to me, it's almost about fudging the boundaries between work-life balance and almost saying, you know, I do this because I enjoy it. You know, sometimes I'm outside and I'm teaching Nordic walking or I'm teaching Pilates, and you know, we're laughing as a group, and I'm seeing people grow and develop, and I smile to myself and I think, this isn't work, this is great, this is really, you know, good fun. And so I think if you can bring an element of fun into what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, then that can help make it feel less like it's taken from you the whole time. But having said that, you know, it is really important that you do build in actual genuine time away from the business. And that's hard as well when, you know, Paul is my civil partner as well as my business partner, and so, you know, we have to really watch that we don't go home at the end of the day and then talk more about business. So we've always been very strict about, you know, when we're not in work, we do our best not to talk about it all the time.